So I'm watching some NBA basketball last season, and I was like, these are some good games. This is some good basketball. I do enjoy this brand of basketball being played. But the one complaint I would have is the amount of threes being taken and how far away they're taking them from. I was thinking we need to shoot more threes and shoot them from further away. So don't even worry, Adam Silver's got your back, NBA's got your back. And they've implemented a new 3-point heave rule where 3-point heaves from a certain distance at a certain time, basically the end of the quarters, aren't going to count towards a missed shot. So let's say I shoot a 3-point heave from this distance. We'll get into the details here in a second. Say I shoot my 3-point heave and I miss it, it goes as a miss to the team's field goals. So the team gets one more missed field goal. But if I'm Steph Curry, Nikola Jokic, whoever it is, and I'm shooting that full court shot or behind the heave line basically, then it only counts as a missed shot for the team. If I miss, if I make it, I get the made shot. And I feel like an old head. I'm turning to an unk here. This shit is fucking ridiculous, to be totally honest. This must be how people felt when the 3-point line was first implemented into the NBA because people thought it was like a circus line. The 3-point shot is just a circus shot and they didn't like it at all. Now I can kind of empathize with those people, I guess. I feel like the three ball, I think we can all agree it definitely was great for the NBA. Really opened up the game in an awesome way. People complain too many threes being shot, this and that. I agree for the most part on that, but this new heave rule, it's just fucking ridiculous, honestly. Let's get into it. Steph Curry won't be the only one launching long range Hail Marys next year. I saw this like a week ago. They were kind of talking about if they're going to do it or not, but this is real. They are doing it. Fans of the deep ball are in luck because thanks to a new NBA rule change, players can now fire off end of quarter miracle heaves. It's not a miracle. Jokic and Steph Curry do it all the time, and they shoot it. They take the miss. They take the make if they make it. If you're gonna take the shot, if you're gonna try to win, then you have to take the L. If you take an L, I don't like the rule. I just don't like the rule. Moving on though, miracle heaves from downtown without the worry of negatively affecting their shooting percentages because a lot of players they won't shoot the full court heave for that reason. They're worried about it messing up their stats. I guess it makes a little bit of sense. I get what they're saying. Let's say you take a full court heave once every game and then you have 82 full court heaves and you miss them all. Now you have 82 more missed shots than you would have had if you weren't taking the full court heaves. So they're doing this. Mastermind, super genius Adam Silver and the board of governors finalized that rule. So now we're at full court heave town. I'm going to keep it moving here. When I first saw this, I was thinking, are we going to put another 3-point line? You know what I mean? This is the full court heave line. So, if you're taking a heave behind this line, it's not going to count. And then I was thinking, what's the time limits on this? Like, if you shoot it with less than 3 seconds or whatever, then it's considered a heave. We're gonna get into the rules. It's all just fucking ridiculous, to be honest. It is just wild. I think it's such a stupid rule. This seems like circus shit to me. Again, I can empathize with the people back in I think it was the 60s when the 3-point line was invented because they didn't like that when it first happened. Starting with the upcoming 25-26 season, so this next season, league brass have informed teams that as long as a shot's launched from a minimum of 36 feet away from the hoop and attempted within the final 3 seconds of the first three quarters, this shit's also ridiculous. I'm gonna go back over the rules. I'm sure you can read, but I'm gonna read it back because all these like speculations and is that the right word? Speculations for the rule. I don't think that's the right word, but anyway, all the little things around this rule to make it count as a heave shot is just so ridiculous. But the shot needs to be launched from a minimum of 36 feet away from the hoop. So the half court line is 47 feet away. So half court is 47 feet away from the end baseline. So that's 47 feet. From the baseline to the hoop, it's probably what, like 2 feet? We'll say it's like 2 feet. So if you're shooting from half court, it's about 45 feet away from the rim. So 8 feet inside of half court, that's a 36-foot shot basically. Um, Steph Curry shoots step backs from there. Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, like they shoot those shots just for shits and giggles and for fun, and they'll shoot those shots in the middle of the first quarter. Like a 36, 35-foot three is not something, that's rare for Steph Curry. It's something he just does. But one reason I think this rule is stupid, and there's a lot of reasons, but one of those reasons is now if Steph Curry's just taking a step back three at the end of the quarter, Dame Lillard, Trae Young, just guys that, there's guys out there that shoot 36-foot threes, again, just right in the middle of the game. It's not like a heave shot or some miracle shot. They just shoot those. So, I mean, if they're taking that shot in the final 3 seconds of the first three quarters and they miss that shot, then it's not going to count as a miss for Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, whoever. It's just going to count as a miss towards the team right here and not a personal miss. The only caveat is that the play must start in the backcourt. Shit is just so ridiculous. So basically, they're saying, let's say there's like 5, 6 seconds left. They pass the ball on the baseline, the opposite baseline, running up the court, and then I'm shooting a 36-foot three at the end of the quarter. But that's not a heave, though. A heave is, again, I don't know exactly where the heave line would be. I'd say beyond half court if you want to actually implement this rule and put a better line, in my opinion, because again, 36 feet is not a heave as far as I'm concerned. Steph Curry will shoot that shot off of 2 feet. He'll fucking step back and shoot that shot, to be honest with you. Why did the NBA change the heave rule? Like the NFL, the NBA continues to try and corral new audience demographics by experimenting with innovative concepts. So don't worry, guys. NBA's got you. NFL does do some of that stuff, but the NFL has never alienated its audience in the way the NBA is kind of doing right now. I still watch NBA games. I still love the NBA. I'm a Spurs fan. I'm not going to watch Victor Wembanyama play and complain the NBA is in a terrible place when we have this 8-foot freak of nature on my team. So I'm not being an NBA hater, but you can't just be you can't just have toxic positivity where just everything is great, everything is so great. Adam Silver is so out of touch with what the fans want. A lot of fans, they don't like all the three-pointers being shot. They think it's way too many threes being shot. So Adam Silver thought, "Oh, I know what we need. We need to put a rule in to where we'll shoot even more threes from farther away." Adam Silver's just so out of touch with the fans. Dude is a horrible commissioner. I can't wait for him to retire or be fired. I don't know how that works. All he cares about is money. He does not care about the fans' viewing experience. Anywho, though, no stranger to test runs, the league previously tinkered. This part's good too. The league previously tinkered with the format and the rules of many an All Star game to find the winning recipe and continues to do so. So they're basically saying it's an NBC article, so it's not going to be, it's going to be sugar coated. They're not going to say anything real on here. But they're saying the NBA keeps tinkering with the All Star game to find a winning recipe, and they're saying it like the NBA is doing the right thing. They're gonna find the winning recipe to the All Star game. They just have to keep tinkering with it. The winning recipe is just for the players to go out and actually, you don't have to play as hard as you can. Don't play as hard as you would in the Olympics or the finals, but play at least as hard as I do when I go play basketball in my driveway because I play harder in my driveway than they do at the All-Star game. But anyway, inception of the Heave rule is similar to tinkering with the All-Star game, meant to increase dynamic playmaking potential as the clock winds down in those final moments of the first three quarters. NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and league executives want to generate more excitement, and implementing the new Heave rule change should entice a myriad of different players to chuck the rock from afar. Myriad, I don't know if I said that right. But anyway, they just want all the players to shoot these long heave 3-point shots. One thing that is true, they're saying there's definitely a lot of players that won't take that shot because they don't want it to affect their percentage. So they're hoping this will get players shooting more long range threes. The problem with the NBA, though, if you want to nitpick problems, the problem is not that we don't have enough threes being shot and that people aren't shooting threes from long enough or from far enough away. A lot of people's first complaint is too many threes being shot. The distance of the threes, I guess people complain about that as well. And then just flopping and foul baiting. Again, Adam Silver's just so out of touch with the fans. All he cares about is the NBA making money as a business, and it's making more money than ever. So Adam Silver thinks all is good, but he's just so out of touch with the fan base. It's pretty gross, honestly. Era where player contracts are skyrocketing. NBA ballers not named Steph Curry or Nikola Jokic. The two real men when it comes to shooting full court heaves or whatever you want to call it. Let's see. Yeah, that's what they say. Curry and Nikola Jokic are the only two players that have not been reluctant to fling it from downtown because of the punitive effect it would have on their individual player stats. Sports Radar says players who attempted shots that fit the heave criteria, so shots that are 36 feet away or more in the first 3 quarters and the last 3 seconds, that started in the backcourt because that's the criteria for the heave. Remember, 36 feet away or more in the final 3 seconds of the first 3 quarters, and the play started in the backcourt. So just easy stuff to remember. Another thing I have a question about, are they going to put a heave, like a heave line on the court so players know they have to do it? Otherwise, like, how are you going to be able to know it's 36 feet away or more? So they have to put a heave line on there. I guarantee you, Steph Curry, Dame Lillard, whatever other players, Trae Young, players that like to shoot long ass threes, they're going to be shooting threes from behind the heave line, and the announcers are going to say, "Oh, Luka Doncic from heave range shoots a heave," and it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Anyway, other than Curry and Jokic, one player we know will see let it rip from downtown in those crucial time expiring moments is Peyton Pritchard of the Boston Celtics. As fearless on the hardwoods as they come, I like Peyton Pritchard. I don't know if I would say all that. The Oregon native who has a propensity to go long ignited TD Garden by draining a pair of half-court buzzer beaters against the Dallas Mavericks during the 2024 NBA Finals. Honestly, kind of remember. I remember Pritchard hitting at least one of those shots, but apparently he hit, was it two in the same game or just two throughout the series? I think it was two throughout the series, but I don't think Peyton Pritchard is the most fearless player on the hardwood, but I do love Peyton Pritchard. There's no team that wouldn't want that man. I live for those moments. Clock winding down and 6 seconds left. Get to a spot and raise up for the jumper, said Pritchard of a deep buzzer beater he nailed against the Milwaukee Bucks 10 months ago. I kind of black out in these moments and just let it fly, baby. And obviously, it works out a lot of the time. It's a gut punch when you hit them. The momentum swings are crazy. It is a big momentum swinging shot. People love when those heave shots go in, and it's really exciting, awesome for the fans. Again, I love to see them go in. I love to see players shoot it. But in my opinion, part of the excitement is seeing a player actually have the balls to shoot that shot and not be worried about it affecting their shooting percentage, whatever it is. Again, like I said, if you're gonna go for the W, you have to take the risk to get the W. And if you don't get it, you have to take the L. They're just like it's participation award bullshit, to be honest. It's like, hey, I know you didn't make the full court heave, but thanks for trying. This is some middle school basketball bullshit. This is some YMCA bullshit. This is so whack for the NBA to implement this rule. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. Please comment below what you think about this rule. Not everyone's like me. Maybe you guys like the rule. I don't know. If you're in your teens or your early 20s, let me know if you think this is a cool rule, because I'm just turning into an unk now. I feel like I'm turning into not an NBA hater. I still love to watch the NBA, but Adam Silver's just so far out of touch with the fans, and I think we all already know that. He just has no relation to the fan base. All he cares about is making money, and this is just another example of how out of touch Adam Silver and the NBA is with their fan base. Hopefully Adam Silver gets fired, or he retires early. I don't know what it is, but his approval rating has to be so low. I haven't heard anybody say Adam Silver is doing a good job as the commissioner, but hey man, fucking full court heaves next season. It's gonna be so fun to watch these players shoot all these full court heaves and never get penalized for them, and only get rewarded when they make them awesome participation trophies for these professional NBA players making millions of dollars. Thanks for trying, bud. We'll see y'all next time. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think if you love this rule.